Hey Tampa, Brandon Wagner here again. This is episode 6 of our 20-year anniversary interviews, and this is one of my favorite clients here, Luis Echeverry. He is the proud owner of Driven Fitness, and they have a beautiful facility down in South Tampa, and today we're going to be talking to him about what it's all about being a small business owner. So Luis, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Good, good. I always love doing your hair. I take care of both him and his brothers, and just like, they're hair gods, to say the least. So how long have we known each other for? At least like 6 or 7 years, I feel.
I think it's going more on 8.
Wow, crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
So of course, what's the trajectory? What is Driven Fitness, and where'd you start, and where are you right now?
Well, Driven is many things.
It's a
Right.
chameleon of fitness.
It is. We've been known as the magicians of fitness.
Really?
But
You made my gut go away.
Right.
So that's
Right?
good. Yeah.
Well, we offer massage therapy. We have personal training on site, and we have an on-site chiropractor. We provide wellness in the Tampa Bay community. We also do corporate wellness for residential complexes, also for businesses.
Cool. I know that ever since I've known you, like that whole inclusive wellness has been your dream.
Yes.
And now you moved into this facility, how long ago now?
We've been in here almost 2 years. It's going on a year and a half.
Cool. And you've been able to combine all those things, the massage,
Yes.
chiropractic, everything together.
Yes. When we first started, I went to a seminar, and a mentor of mine, his name's Todd Durkin, he inspired me to actually create a circle of memberships, and I tried to think about how I was going to do that. How do I make something where the client could enjoy many things with that same business? And then I started really looking into what we could do for a client as far as getting them in shape, and then what they would go through while getting in shape, which is why we added the recovery. And that allows us a circle of membership.
Very good. I know that for myself. Of course, I've been working out with you guys for as long as I've known you. And it's funny because when I've had injuries, I've been able to see Sarah, and she's been able to work them out for me and everything. So that's
Yes.
been really good. So I know that I always feel that, it isn't just about the workouts with you guys. It actually is more of a complete
Yes.
service. Like, I know that I think you guys worry about my diet and my workouts more than I do. That's for sure, So let me ask this, is that, okay, first of all, how am I as a client? As a fitness client, where am I on that spectrum of your clients?
You know what? I feel that you're a very realistic human being.
Okay.
You're not a pain in the butt.
Okay.
I almost broke your rule.
No swearing.
I almost cursed. You're not a pain in the butt. We'll let you know what is attainable, and you respect that, and we take it in short-term goals, and then we turn it into long-term goals. I'm waiting for us to actually sit down and talk about what we're going to do this year. So we need to do your full body scan, which we do have a 3D scanner here at the studio.
Crazy. Yeah, if you want to feel really bad about yourself, get a 3D scan done. Honestly, it was funny because I remember when we did that, I was thinking that my body self-esteem was higher, and I get on that thing, and I was like, it showed me exactly where I was fat. I was like, great. No, but it's an amazing tool though. If you really want to focus on a body part, it shows you exactly what you need to work on.
It'll show you if you're in the health risk bracket, because a lot of times people will look at themselves and say, "Oh, I'm so out of shape, and I'm nowhere close to where I want to be," because they're always pressured by what's going on today with how you need to look as far as the category of fitness, and people forget about just being out of the health risk bracket.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is, for instance, for a man, having a waist that is below 40 inches. Okay, that's going to keep
you mean like proportionately?
Proportionally, so muscular balance. It's not always about having a chiseled six-pack, which is what I try to instill in my clients. If a six-pack's not achievable right now, at least we're under the red marker.
Yeah.
And for females, that's going to be 35 inches.
Okay, cool. Well, I know that I've always loved the fact that, we've always tried to, like say with me, get my in shape, but we, like you said, we have realistic expectations. But also, when I look at you guys work out, you're fit, do the diet thing, but you're also not like these gorillas walking around yelling at me either.
No,
and that I really like, because I think that your fitness workouts are they're more human. You're dealing with people and what their limitations are, of course, physically, but also just, you're definitely pushing people to work out hard, but it's not this crazy mentality of like almost like an aggression, or because I've seen that.
Yeah.
Give me another 10. You're not screaming at
we're
people.
we're not here to break you or
very good point.
As far as physically or mentally, that there's no place. I really feel like that has to get out of the fitness arena, is feeling like you have to push someone that hard to be a good trainer. You don't. A good workout doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be sweating profusely or out of breath like you're gonna just pass out. You can work out
vomit, right?
Work out nice and slow at a good pace, building muscle. You need oxygen to build muscle, so a lot of our workouts will be at a slower pace, but then again, we have our high intensity days as well. Of course, we're not gonna kill you.
Good, that's good.
And we'll work with your need specific. If you had a previous injury, or if you're dealing with some kind of ache or ailment, we'll find a modification or another exercise that you can do that's not going to cause you pain during the workout.
And because you have Dr. Sarah here too.
And then we also have her. If I can't figure it out, I'll knock on her door and say, hey, give me something to give this person.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What's your most proudest moment as a personal trainer, like a specific person that you've been able to really just transform? You don't have to give a name or anything, but like, what was the transformation process?
Transformation process. Well, there's different types. It's not always weight loss. We've actually had some females that were battling just putting on muscle. They were very, very low in weight. We're talking 100 pounds.
Oh, wow.
That we've actually had to encourage them that it's okay to gain weight. That's another misconception. Is that
that's the other end of the spectrum.
Yes, is that people are always coming to us for weight loss, but actually a lot of times they're coming to us for building muscle. We have many stories. There was when I first started, and then in New York when I got out of the military, me and my brother Marco, we got a chance to work with a double amputee, no legs. It was very new to us.
Yeah.
We had to figure out, okay, how are we going to work this person, and how are we not going to hurt him? Putting him into the different positions, maneuvering around the gym. So we had to really get creative, and that right there kind of inspired us to not always seek the athlete. That's every trainer's dream. It's like, oh, I just want to train athletes, or I want to just train celebrities. I think it's important to really give everybody a chance, not just write people off just because they're so out of shape. Everybody can start from scratch and get to top level fitness. One that's coming to mind to me, we had a female start with us back in 2008. It took her about a year and a half to actually lose about 40 pounds, but within that time span, she found a love for running. We encouraged her to keep up the running. We implemented strength training techniques to help her lose the weight. And then she ended up qualifying for a Boston Marathon.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was one of our like,
that was
like, yes.
Yeah, that's huge. That's awesome.
So we've had many stories. It's not always, about just getting six-pack abs.
Yeah.
For us.
Do you find a lot of people are coming in kind of expecting that, like seeing a personal trainer?
Now the trend is actually people are coming more often with injuries from either their work, because they're always sitting down. I know even in your profession, you're always standing, you're always using one arm, always hunched over. So that posture issue is causing a lot of problems for people these days, and they're coming to us to actually help them strengthen their body. We're not going to be able to correct everyone, but we can improve by building muscle and stability in the body.
I know you always talk about functional fitness.
Yes.
What does that mean?
And you always call me, what is it?
The
You're like
circus.
circus.
I don't like doing the circus stuff. Well, okay, so of course I've got a bad back.
Yes.
So I'm always very careful
Yes.
about not putting myself in a
Yes,
position
we
where
want
balancing
to find
stuff.
that limit and not push you beyond that.
But what does functional mean? What is functional fitness? What does it mean?
Being able to just pick up your laundry basket without throwing out your back.
Okay.
Learning how to pick things up properly. Go down to one knee versus hunching over and picking something up. So just everyday activity, just being able to do normal things like open the shelf in the kitchen. Some people have difficulty just raising their arm above their head, or washing their hair. They get shoulder pain. So just being functional.
Yeah, so you are dealing with all fitness levels.
All fitness levels.
Okay. One thing that is beautiful about this gym is that how many trainers do you have working at any one time?
We could have up to 5 to 6 trainers at one time.
But that's it though. That's what's nice about it. Is that it's intimate.
We don't have public access or a public gym. You can come and work out here on the day that you're not scheduled with your trainer, but you have to be on a program. At first, we were like, oh no, we're gonna have enough members to actually pay the rent. What we found is people are actually looking for that. They're looking for that privacy. A lot of our clients are looking for somewhere where they don't feel intimidated. Not knocking the big gyms out there, but it is intimidating walking in there. Everybody's fixated about taking pictures in front of the mirror, sometimes even with their shirt off. And a lot of people don't want to see that, so they want privacy.
Yeah, totally. It's a nice thing because I think that especially somebody who, if you're talking about functional fitness, somebody who's having even just trouble like lifting their arm up, they're not going to want to be working out next to this big hulking person. And you're able to provide that.
Yes.
So it's not it isn't intimidating whatsoever. So you've been here for just a year and a half or so. So what's your
10 years
goals?
in business.
Yeah, 10 years in business. What's the next step for Driven?
Next step is, the next step, we've got many steps. Every day we're working on something. Right now is just perfecting the process. We want to grow to another studio, and the potential is there, but we also know that in order to do that, everything has to be in line and replicatable.
Yeah.
So we do want another location. We're almost at max capacity here with our members.
That is amazing.
Right, in a year and a half.
That's great.
So pretty soon we will have a wait list with being able to train with us.
Wow.
Which is kind of
That's
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
Apply.
Yeah.
Apply to
great.
train with us. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. So what is the membership anyway? What does that mean? Like what's the?
You're going to be at least training with a trainer at least 6 times a month. So at a minimum 6 sessions a month, up to 5 days a week. So that would be someone on a 20 session a month plan. So we have.
And you have people that are coming in every day of the week.
We actually have quite a few people training 5 days a week.
Wow.
Back in the day, I used to be a little bit reserved when giving my recommendations. I don't play around with that anymore. I let people know right off the bat, look, we're going to need 4 to 5 times a week if you want to get to your goal. In the beginning, you kind of hesitant because you have that awkward conversation with a client about money. But if it's something important to them, what I realize is they're going to find the way to do it. So, I don't shy away from letting people know, hey, you need 5 days a week and it's going to cost X.
Yeah.
People are spending money on giant-sized TVs,
$1,000
$1,000 phone.
Yep.
If you can pay $1,000 for a phone, you can come and spend a month with us.
Yeah, totally. That's the way to look at it too. I think that's so true because so often we spend our money on really stuff that doesn't matter, and it's the accumulation of stuff. When really, this is the only thing that we've got, and we're taking with us our entire lives. So we really need to invest.
It's totally worth
in
it.
us.
I invest in myself when I go to your salon. It gives me a good hour to kind of decompress. I get the hot towel on my face. Get to talk to you about stuff that's not related to here, but talk about your work instead. So that I'm not thinking 24/7.
Well, I know that we do talk about small business a lot. So what would you say if you know, someone's getting into this industry to begin with? You
Oh,
know,
in the
come
training?
and work for you first.
Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, it would be good. I would say, you know, find someone that can help mentor you, that can tell you how it is doing it yourself versus working for someone else. There are benefits to the two. I feel that every trainer should work for someone else first to learn the schedule, to learn how difficult it can be. There's a morning shift, starts at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
There's
There's
an evening shift that goes all the way to about 8:30
Yeah.
because you're working with the client that is either wanting to do it before work or after work, so you have to be there for them. So if you're more worried about your workout, then this isn't the profession for you.
Interesting.
You can't be a selfish person. You have to put others before yourself, and that's something I learned in the Air Force. Service before self.
Totally. And I think it's kind of funny because this industry is interesting for what I see, because just because you're lucky enough to be able to be a naturally muscular person doesn't mean you're necessarily the kind of person that can take care of other people and lead them onto their own fitness journey. And I think that's so funny because I see that all the time where it's just these big dudes strutting around. And I mean, are you a good trainer just because you know how to work out yourself?
You know,
there's something
transforming
else
yourself is completely different from working with another person.
Yeah.
Because it's not just transforming their body. In a sense, you're helping them transform their motivation level. So you've got to be ready, not just to give an awesome workout. You've got to be ready for that day when they walk in that door and they're having a bad day. How am I gonna turn this around? Because this can go bad. They can have a bad day, or I can lose this client because I say the wrong thing. You know, so you have to be able to really read people. And that takes a couple of years. That's what I always say, you know, work for someone for a couple of years, get the experience before you get out there on your own.
Well, it's interesting. All these interviews I'm doing with several different people, a lot of times we are talking about mentorship. Of course, with us, we call it the apprenticeship.
Yes.
You know, it's so interesting. I feel it's really, really important.
Oh yeah.
You
I
know,
spent a
because-
year after I got out of the Air Force, I spent 10 years in the Air Force, and I did PTL, which is a physical training leader in the Air Force, for 10 years. I was a law enforcement officer too. But when I got out, even with having all that experience, I spent a year in New York with my cousin Victor Munoz, who's a celebrity trainer in New York. I felt I still needed the training. I still needed to learn how to work with people and get comfortable. You got to get comfortable with talking to people. You can't just stand there and stare at them.
Yeah. Definitely,
And that's in your industry.
Totally.
Everybody wants a good conversation when they come to their hairstylist, right?
Yep.
It doesn't always have to be about the conversation. Maybe sometimes it's about listening too. You gotta be a good listener.
Oh, I'm quite sure a lot of people just tell you so much.
Oh, yeah. So as a trainer, don't sit there and talk about yourself all day. That's one tip. Learn what they like. Learn what drives them versus telling them what you've done or what you've accomplished, because they don't want to listen to all your achievements.
Yeah.
They want to create their own. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. And I know that with you guys, I've always had great conversations with you guys, and now, I mean, I really just kind of consider you like a brother now. You know what I mean? Like we know each other well, and just kind of funny because I can only hope that when clients come in here, they realize what a great team you have here, and just the energy that you guys bring to your focus on fitness in a whole lifestyle, I feel is so different from anybody else that I've worked out with before, you know?
Thank you.
And so I really love what you've done here. It's great.
Thank you.
So how can people find you on Instagram and social media? And
You can find us at Driven Fit on Instagram. The same thing for Facebook. And then our website is drivenfit.com.
Okay, cool. All right, great. All right.
So come pay us a visit, mention Brandon, and we'll give you a fitness evaluation plus a free demo session for training out on the studio.
Cool. That's awesome.
All right.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate it so much, man.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you for doing such a great job with my hair.
Well, when you have good hair, that's all